I wanted to show you a fun abstract look that I have always loved over the years and kind of forgot about. I came up with this in my head like years ago and started playing, and it's just so easy. So I'm using gel polish here, and I am switching back and forth because I don't want the lines to blend as they sit. I want them to stay in lines, and you'll see like some are longer, some are shorter, and that's the whole idea. I'm gonna use a different purple as well, and I've done this before where I've added turquoises and pinks and yellows, and it's so freaking cute for spring. But right now we're gonna stick with purples, and it'll be really fun. By the way, I'm using a new art brush and I'm really liking it, so I might link it for you guys a little bit later, and it was super affordable, which is always a plus. Anyway, giving it a good little cure. Again, this is not art gel, but I am doing something interesting here. I want you guys to learn how to play with your sticky layers or your inhibition layers according to your gels. So one of the colors I'm using here is really sticky when cured. And then another color, by the way, I'm just wiping my brush off here. Another color I'm using is less sticky when it cures. And then I'm gonna use a white Mission Control later here that doesn't have any sticky layer to it when it cures. And the reasoning for that is a fun little thing we're gonna add at the end, and it allows me to add it without it taking over the entire nail. So it's always good to kind of game plan and think ahead a little bit if you're going to need inhibition layer versus not. Anyway, kind of fun here. I'm just going to between, and again, I'm letting it be negative space at the cuticle. This also allows for a really great grow out, and this client really enjoys that. And she has down, let's see which base. She has my Jealousy One Step base that I love. That's also linked in my bio if you're on my Instagram. If this is on YouTube, I will put a link below. And her nails are super healthy and strong. I fill my gel polish services. I do not soak off and reapply, so those nails just grow healthy and strong. In fact, we had to shorten them quite a bit for her because she works in dentistry. Okay, last little bit of purple here. You can see the change in color. It kind of gives it some cool dimension, and we're gonna give it a good cure. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wipe off my brush, and I'm going to pull out my white Mission Control. That's by Young Nails. There's a link in my bio there. I'll put a link below if it's YouTube. This is it's called Fizz. And I'm gonna pull it, and this is just to help highlight the design a little bit more. So I'm wanting it to look like a brush stroke. I am not wanting this perfect. I'm pulling it. Some places it's a little more dry brush than others, and that's perfect. And you can do all 5 fingers before you go into the lamp and cure. This lamp is also linked in my bio, and I will link it below YouTube. Do you guys see a theme here? Like, I want you to have access to whatever I'm loving, and I'm happy to share with you. So going through the last few here, and then we'll make sure everything gets a good solid cure. Now think about this. We have some things that are sticky, like my base and one of my colors once it's cured, and then another one of my colors not as sticky, and then this Young Nails Mission Control is not sticky at all once cured. And that's gonna allow me to pull out my transfer foil, and we're gonna use a silver that has hollow in it. See how cool that looks? It doesn't pull everywhere, and I don't want it to pull everywhere. And that kind of allows me to have a little more control over my transfer foil so it doesn't cover my whole design I just did, by purposely using different sticky inhibition layers from different brands. Oh, I love that hollow as it shines. Okay, point here, you have to use a top coat that is going to cap in that foil so they cannot peel it. I love Luxa Shine. It's a no wipe top coat. It cures in 30 seconds. It's also very stain resistant, which is like a huge plus. And if this foil's on the tip, I just make sure I cap it in so that everything stays in and they come back looking just like this at her next appointment. This particular client goes 4 weeks for gel polish services, and she does awesome. We don't have any issues. So I stand by these products. I love them so much, and they are all linked in my bio. And I'm gonna make sure that she gets a full coverage over here where she has a little bit bigger piece of foil. Perfect. Here's a little like slower, sure, closer look of that fun design. Hey, if you guys try this, tag me. I'd love to feature you.